Welcome back. It is Thursday afternoon, the 21st of September. I am out here solo until Brian gets out here Saturday evening. I may or may not see him until after dark on Saturday. We'll see what time he gets in here and if we're able to communicate and link up out here. But then Sunday we shall be hunting together. We're truck hunting, so we're kind of basing out of the vehicles. And as you saw, riding the bike in, and we're in the spot where Ian got his bull last year, and Ian won't be out either because he has to work through Sunday. So then he'll get some comp days off, I believe, and probably be out here next week. But the season's getting close to closing, and so we've got to kind of figure something out. I'm done by Monday because Phil comes out and we're going to do some duck hunting then. So we're going to see what we can get into these next couple of days and see if maybe we can get into some kind of real action. Last week, when I was out by myself, I wouldn't call that action per se. There were just animals around that I really couldn't do nothing with. So we're going to go up this way a ways, probably maybe as far as 2 miles, and get up high and see if we can glass something, see if we can hear something. I'd love to make this a long night and get in on something tonight, but that has not been our luck this season at all. So let's get at it. Here's a sweet moose deadhead. I'm going to stash this away for Brian. I got a grouse up ahead of me. If I can get to 20 yards out never mind. Well, I'm certainly not going downhill for a shot. I'm approaching 11.2 right now. I gotta get to about 11.5. Up here at the top, last year we pitched the tent right back here. And I'm right at tree line. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out here a few minutes. I'll probably get something to eat because I'm getting pretty hungry. That trip up here took way longer than I thought it would. I'm just going to listen a while, glass and observe that opposite hill. It took me 2 hours and 15 minutes. And the hike into here is 2.6 miles. So it's a longer hike up into here than I recalled. I thought it was 2 miles, but it's more like 2.5. After a while, if I don't see or hear anything, I'll probably start making some calls. And then I'll head this away. There's kind of a meadow bench over there. We'll go over there and check that out, and then probably end up going down it a ways and then dropping back off into the meadow and going back to the bike at some point. Tell you what, I really had thoughts of bringing up all my gear and just camping up here. I'm glad I didn't bring it, because the extra weight, whatever that would have been, the extra 15, 20 pounds or whatever it would have been bad. Would have been real bad. All you can hear is some wind and water, really, and that squirrel. I might even get squirrely and make a little coffee. I can't make coffee. I left my stove down at the car because I didn't want to carry the extra weight. Maybe it'll be iced coffee. Put the instant in some cold water and drink that. Well, it turns out I will not be eating anything because I did not throw the food bag in my pack, apparently. So we got a long ways till dinner time. I think we got 2.5 hours of legal left. So before too long, I'm gonna start calling and junk, trying to get something going. I'm getting no responses to my bugles, and I keep moving. This is Ian's bull from last year. I'm just not seeing any real sign in here. All the trails look pretty much unused. I haven't found any poop that's even remotely fresh. There's a meadow up here, and I had planned to go. It's kind of on the other side of those trees. I plan to get in those trees and listen for a while, but I just heard a bugle. So we're gonna really try to get over this way some more. Let's see if we can get into something. It's kind of like a meadow with a slight bench to it, kind of like what I'm walking on. It's not too steep. I just heard him kind of whine. Alright, now I'm going to try to move forward some more. In case he's actually interested. That way he's looking for those cows back where I was, not where I am. That's not going to help. Man, if she's up in there, that is some steep, nasty junk. keep going across. Because I think the thermal should be pulling downhill. It feels cold on my right ear, so yeah. It's pulling down hard. So if he's above me, maybe he'll feel like he's got an advantage. Looks like there's a bench right here with green grass and stuff. We'll get down toward this little bengy meadow thing over here. A chuckle, not that far up in here. There's a pull above me and a pull out in front of me. I've got that little bush on the right ranged already. It's 38 yards. He keeps walking. So now I got to get ranges on the left side of this clump of pine. Now I got ranges on both sides. But the question is, does he come out on the left or on the right? Close or far? Or does he just fall off the mountain on the backside there? It's a long wait, and I'm keeping tabs on both sides of this clumps of pine. Hoping I can catch a glimpse of him before he catches a glimpse of me. Right side or left side? Right side or left side? Close or far? Left side. Alright, let's take a look at this with a little bit of slow-mo. So this guy pops out on the left-hand side. He pops out right between my 38 tree and my 62 tree. So I knew he was within a couple yards of 50, give or take. 48 to 52-ish, 47 to 53-ish. And he snaps his head downhill, looking completely away from me, and that's when I raise my bow and draw. And this squiggliness here is me drawing the bow back. So you can see his head downhill, but he decides to bolt about the time I get it back, and I barely got my eye into the peep when he took off. I'm thinking he had to have smelled me, the way that hillside drops off right there with the downhill thermals. He walked right into my little section of wind, I think. So with him gone, I decide that I'm not going to let that happen again, and I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to get down below the other bull that's still bugling up high.
I gotta try to get below this other bull. That little 4x smelled me right down in here. It was a little 4x4. And I was gonna shoot. Like he might be moving slightly that way. I might move that direction a little.
But eventually I ran out of light. I had time, but not light. So I bailed off the mountain as quick as I could.
Alright, I'm gonna try to start bailing out of here. Dang, it's just not that far up in there. Daggone it. That dude is bugling, and it sounds like he's actually catching up to me. He probably can hear me. Oh, he certainly could hear that. But he probably heard me heading downhill. Now he's trying to catch up to this bull or cow, or whatever he thinks it is. I'm trying not to use my hands on anything. Try to leave minimal scent behind. Hopefully my boots aren't too bad. I mean, they've been in a bunch of muck and mire. Water and muck and mud.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down there. I think that's the first elk I've actually got on video. Thanks for watching.